Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Baba Bagede Imo TV. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. APC replaces Kashim Shettima with Lawan. Confront terrorists, eliminate them, Buhari tells security agents. Stop lamenting, walk, you have enough time, Ferry tells Buhari. 43 terrorists killed, 3,858 surrendered in 2 weeks in Southeast Defense Headquarters. Osun 2023, report vote trading to us, police charges residents. INEC moves sensitive materials to LGAs ahead of Osun election. In Kuje, containing the fleeing inmates, 421 fleeing inmates recaptured, 454 at large. And finally, sports. Super Falcons qualify for the 9th FIFA World Cup with victory over Cameroon. Now the news in detail. The All Progressive Congress APC in Borno State has picked State Attorney General Kakashi Ulawan as the party's candidate for the Borno Central Senatorial seat to replace Senator Kashim Shettima, who is now running mate to Bola Tinubu, presidential candidate of the party. Daily News reported that Tinubu had announced Shettima as his running mate for the 2023 presidential election in Daura, the hometown of the President Muhammadu Buhari in Katsina State. The former Commissioner of Justice Lawan scored 459 votes out of 480 valid votes in the party's senatorial primaries. Having satisfied the provisions of the electoral law by the authority vested on me by the national chairman of our great, I declare that Kakashi Ulawan, former Attorney General, has been validly elected as the APC candidate for the Borno senatorial seats. The party's returning officer and former Deputy Governor of Taraba State, Alhaji Uba Magari, said in his acceptance speech, Kaka Ulawan thanked the state governor and delegate for choosing him. The President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired on Thursday in Jaji, Kaduna State, said the last 12 years have been very challenging for the country, considering the different security threats that have been confronting it. He also promised that his regime will revamp and ramp up support for the military to wipe out terrorists off the face of the earth and bring peace to the country. According to a statement by Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the President spoke at the graduation of 247 students of the senior course 44 of the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji. The statement was titled, President Buhari Lord's Combat Readiness and Operational Capability of Nigerian Military, pledges more support in fight against insurgency. It quoted the President as praising the ongoing collaboration of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, Cameroon, Niger Republic, Benin Republic, and Chad in a multinational operation to combat Boko Haram insurgency in the Lake Chad region. Buhari said these occasions provides me another opportunity to briefly reflect on the state of the Nigerian nation, particularly regarding national security. The last 12 years have been very challenging for our nation, considering the different security threats that have besieged the country. Pan-Yoruba socio-political group Ferry has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to clear the Nigerian urgent stable rather than lamenting on vital national issues. Its General Secretary, Chief Olushola Ebiseni, said this in a statement in Akure, the Ondo State capital. Ebiseni said that the President's assertion of the toughness of the assignment is rather amusing for a man that has seen it all both as a military ruler and a democratically elected leader of his people, like he has done in the last 7 years on vital national issues. The President merely lamented the 6-month strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU, without preferring any solution or giving any assurance on how soon the youth of his country would return to school. It is a stock in trade to merely lament mass killings of the people by terrorists who have become most emboldened and unruly in its 7 years so far. The call only 2 months back for a government of national unity or for the resignation of the president would have no doubt found justification in this admission. Concerning insecurity, the Defense Headquarters says the troops of Operation Adenkai, OPHK, have eliminated 48 insurgents, including 6 top commanders of the terrorist group in the past 2 weeks in the northeast. The DHQ said that 3,858 terrorists and their families, comprised of 505 males, 1,042 females, and 2,311 children, are also surrendered to troops in the theater of operation. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Bernard Onyeko, said this yesterday in Abuja while receiving the progress of the ongoing military operation against insurgency. He said the troops took the battle to Boko Haram terrorists, Islamic State of West Africa Province ISWAP, enclaves with more coordinated weapons. He said the air component of OPHK on July 11th conducted an air interdiction operation at Tubum Jaki and Tubum Murhu near Lake Chad in Borno, killing more than 21 terrorists. Onyeko disclosed that the 6 terrorist commanders surrendered to troops at Wozoa. They listed the surrendered commanders as Mala Hassan Wali, Ali Magali Manzour, and Musa Bashir Chief Anu, Buba Dahiru Munzur, Jafar Amakaid, and Abali Polisawa. To Osun State concerning the election coming up for gubernatorial election tomorrow in the state. The Deputy Inspector General of Police, DIG, in charge of election, Johnson Kokumo, has called on residents to report any act of vote trading in a bid to ensure a credible election. He said it will take collective effort of every stakeholders to ensure a free, fair, and credible poll in the state Saturday. Speaking at an interactive session with accredited observers groups in Osogbo on Thursday, Kokumo charged members of the public to alert the security operatives whenever they notice electoral anomalies such as vote buying. In his words, he also talked about vote buying to you feel when you see something or say something that is not applicable to circumstance. I want to appeal to you, whatever you see that is contrary to the Electoral Act 2022, let us know, let us see it, call our attention to it, it is not out of place. Still concerning INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has moved sensitive materials to all the INEC offices in the 30 local government areas of Osun State ahead Saturday Osun governorship poll. The officials of the commission moved the materials under heavy security to all the local governments around 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. on Thursday at the headquarters of INEC, sited along Oshogbo Road. The resident electoral commissioner, Professor Abdelgani Raji, while handing out the materials, said the electoral officer would take the items to their councils, where they would be sent to the polling unit on Saturday morning. He added that the move is to ensure efficient dispatch of the items to the polling unit on Saturday morning. From that Osun State, we go straight concerning Kuje Prison. The Nigerian Correctional Service has recaptured 421 inmates who fled the facility in Kuje, Abuja, while 454 others are still at large, according to the House of Representatives Committee on Correctional Service. This is just as the committee said it had summoned the Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, and Controller General of the NCOs, Aliru Nababa, to appear before it over the recent attack on the Kuje Custodial Center. The committee also invited the commander of the Nigerian Army platoon on duty on the night of the attack. Chairman of the Committee on Correctional Service, Edwin Anayo, who disclosed this during an oversight visit to the facility on Thursday, said the lawmakers met 115 inmates. If you subtract it, it will give about 879 that escaped that night, he noted. The inmates, including 69 suspected Boko Haram members, had escaped Kuje Medium Custodial Center on Tuesday last week after members of the Islamic West African Province attacked the facility. Anayo cried that 12 other custodial centers have been attacked across the country recently. He said the recent jailbreaks by government leading to the release of inmates are worrisome. From that story, we'll go quickly to a very interesting story concerning the sports event which happened between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Lioness of Cameroon yesterday. Rasheedat Ajibade qualified Nigerian Super Falcons for the semi-final of the ongoing 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, as well as a place in the FIFA World Cup slated to hold next year in Australia and New Zealand. The Atletico Madrid ladies forward fired a second-half winner against Cameroon's indomitable Lioness in Casablanca, Morocco, to ensure that Nigeria extends our participation in the Women's Mundial to 9th when they file out down under next year. Interestingly, the victory pits the 9th-time African champions against host Morocco, who had earlier on Wednesday night defeated Botswana 2-1 in one of the semi-final clashes. Ngozi Okoye-Okoegena made a bold run at the Cameroonian defense supported by twists and turns, and the ball somehow landed at the feet of gangling Ifeoma Onumonu, who heaved it into the box for Ajibade to nod past Agne Bawo in goal for the Cameroonians for the only goal of the match in the 57th minute. Nigeria played on the front foot from the first whistle, while the indomitable Lions were happy to sit back and soak the pressure. The Falcons created the better chances and were rewarded with Ajibade's winner. This caused Cameroon to come out of their shell in a desperate chase for an equalizer to make the closing minutes a nervous one for the Falcons. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the Super Falcons for qualifying for the 2023 Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand after their quarter-final victory over Cameroon. That was the national news from BGI TV. But before we go, some major headlines. We brought to you concerning 2023 poll. APC replaces Kashim Shettima with Lawan. Confront terrorists, eliminate them, Buhari tells security agents. Stop lamenting, work, you have enough time, our friend Ferry tells Buhari. And lastly, sports. Super Falcons qualify for the 9th FIFA World Cup with victory over Cameroon. For more updates on our YouTube, the handle is Baba Bagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For other placements of the goods and services, coverage of events and function, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placement. Thank you for watching. I am Moriri Rabila Lawal.